Rob and Kale podcast. Rob Sanders.
Fuck you! Fuck you!
Kale Carolina Jackpot Hall.
And fuck you! Who's next?
The Rob and Kale podcasts.
Let's go!
And welcome in to the Rob and Kale Show. I'm Rob Sanders. Thanks for joining us this evening. If you would like to join the program, we're going to tell you how in just a moment. I expect everyone in Tennessee to be calling from the one payphone that's in the double-wide parking lot that they live in. I'm all about that. So we're looking forward to that. Jackpot, the best Carolina YouTuber on the planet, joins us this evening as well as he can discuss the shortcomings of his football program as they went to Jacksonville and came up short. Jackpot, welcome to the program.
What's up, guys? Hope everyone's had a happy New Year, New Year's Day. It doesn't seem like a New Year's Day to me for some reason, but hopefully everybody's still in one piece after last night. Carolina Jackpot's too old for all that partying and that. I went to bed early, but glad to see everybody's here and watching.
You go to bed at 7:30? What time did you go to bed? About 7:30?
I actually fell asleep during that Georgia game. Even though it ended up being a great game, and I did wake up like at some point but to start of the fourth quarter of that game, and I did watch the rest of it, which I was glad I got a chance to. That was a nice finish to that. Two good games yesterday. It was the first time I think they've had two good first round playoff games ever.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't I think it's safe to say they picked the right four teams. Would you agree?
Yeah, I would say so. I'm that guy over there in the comment section. This is the one that's a Gamecocks fan who the number is going to scroll at the bottom of the ticker in a little bit, Dick Breath. So you just go on ahead. Oh, yeah, I'm going to get exposed. Go on ahead. I said it. I said I hope the referee dies, and I called the quarterback a Chinese fuck. There it is. So, I mean, it's all over there on the damn live stream. Why don't you go cry about it? Why don't you cry about it? I mean, obviously he's going to die at some point anyway, right? He was a piece of shit ref. He was mad. I was drunk. I don't care. I'm not apologizing for it. So go on ahead and you just cry about it. You stupid ass. Oh, you're an embarrassment to Gamecock Nation. I'm sacred. Yes, I am. I am sacred. Thank you. Let's go. Let's fucking go. God damn it. You'd be the first one to call in. You'd be the first one to hang up, too.
First of all, I don't know the stuff that Jackpot said on his live stream. I didn't watch it.
Garrett, thank you for spelling it correctly that time. Sacred.
Yeah. Wow. I don't know where to go from there. It's not very, I'm sorry, Jackpot. I'm not making fun of you. I hope you know that. I just I don't know. I don't know what the fuck happened there, but wow. All right. Anyway, Tristan asked what bourbon I'm drinking tonight. I'm battling a cold, so I thought I'd have some bourbon here, see if that could help me out a little bit. This is some Weller. That's what I'm drinking is Weller tonight. There you go. I do have some Town Branch, which is some pretty good stuff. My buddy Sosa got me. I'll be drinking some of that here soon, too. That is some really good stuff. Big Marty Ross, by the way, is our bourbon consultant, and he's going to be messaging me about different bourbons that he appreciates. And we're going to put those up on the website, robandkaleshow.com. So there's that. I want to thank our sponsors really quick here, and then we're going to open up the phone lines because there's lots of people who I think have a lot of things to say to me. And apparently there's some fucking body in here. I'm you talking about? I'm just saying there's some guy there that says I'm that guy who I have never seen before in my life. You'll have your opportunity to call in and talk with Jack about whatever the fuck it is that he said on his live stream that apparently trampled your feelings.
Sancho, I don't know where Jackpot's recliner has been lately. Jackpot's toilet has been visible several times, but I haven't seen Jackpot's recliner.
Anyway, let's thank Callaway's Bar and Grill, Callaway'sBarandGrill.com. I will update the bowl pick'em standings after tomorrow's games. I'll update them tomorrow night. And then from there, Dennis Wilson at the last update was leading the way with 17 picks. Lots of people.
How in the world that happened, I don't know. He must have cheated.
Okay, then.
I think people putting his picks in after the games. He's football ignorant. We know that.
God damn it.
Yeah, everybody saw that damn getup that he had on at wherever he was drinking at.
It was at Callaway's, our sponsor, sir.
That's where I thought it was. I couldn't tell.
Dennis Wilson went and got a full leprechaun uniform and was dressed up like a leprechaun to mock the South Carolina fans.
And I tell you what, gay that I can't even describe.
Look, here's the thing with that. I think that it's funny that Dennis did that, but what was funnier is at the end of the first half, and Dennis was looking around like, fuck, I got to wear this, and they're getting hammered.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, he's standing there in full leprechaun getup, and they're getting hammered. And at the half, it's like, man, at least Dennis went all out. We'll give him that. So, anyway, so thanks to Callaway's Bar and Grill for sponsoring the Pick'em Challenge. I'll try to get the picture of Dennis, and we'll show. I can bring that up, right, Jackpot? That'd be kind of funny, right? I got the full picture of Dennis here.
Go ahead.
If I can bring that up. But anyway, while we do that, Dennis sponsors the program as well. DNC Trucking and Transport. Happy birthday to his sons. Their birthday was yesterday, and his twin boys. They came into the world at like 3 pounds, and now they're some big fellas. So Dylan and Cooper, happy birthday to them, who all look like Betty Wilson, who actually runs every damn thing. I mean, let's just be honest. So there's that.
Thank God.
But, anyway, we'll show you that picture in a moment, but Fireside Chats with Uncle Jackpot. Jackpot, read away.
Okay, let's see here. It sucks to be a Gamecock. Several thousand Gamecock fans went to the Trevor Lawrence Stadium in Jacksonville and watched us get beaten again. We're used to disappointment. This is the Gamecock way. It sucks to be a Gamecock. Go Tigers.
That message courtesy of Dennis Wilson, DNC Trucking and Transport. We appreciate Dennis for sponsoring the show, as always. And, of course, for doing silly things like what I'm about to show you. I'm going to show you this, and then we're going to take calls, Jackpot, because there are folks that want to
they're lining up.
They're lining up, and that's fine. But I'm gonna show you this picture really quick, and then we'll move on. Let's see here. You want to talk a minute about the South Carolina game while this loads up, man? What upset you most about that, besides the officials?
Well, I mean, just the fact that they had that team on the ropes. I mean, they had them beaten. They should have been up 28-3 at one point. I figured up there in the first half of that game. Just too many mistakes. They played sloppy ball. They didn't play a good game, and I had no idea that they had given up so many rush yards. Of course, then I go back and look at that. They gave up a couple of big chunks at one time. So, I mean, it wasn't like they just let them run all over them the entire game. But I was kind of just disappointed. They kind of quit in the second half. I'm that guy. You don't come over here and demand shit on this show. He'll put the number up there when he's ready. You sit over there in your lane and be quiet. If you want to come over here and conduct some business, you're going to conduct it in a respectful manner, or you're just not going to participate here, period.
So also, there is Dennis Wilson in his full leprechaun outfit. I
think he stole that hat off the Wake Forest Demon Deacon.
That might be a fair assessment, but he went sequin robe, full jacket, everything. There is our buddy and sponsor Dennis Wilson. So we appreciate him. And I mean, just holy shit with all that. I sent that to my wife and she laughed. Getting her to crack on something like that.
Is he even drinking a green beer over there?
No, that was his that was his bucket. He had a leprechaun bucket that he was giving out gold coins.
Oh Lord.
Very over the top. Well, no, somebody
Well, he
asked
got
why-
the last laugh, I guess.
He did, but asked why is Dennis giving us the finger? He was actually giving the finger to Carolina Jackpot. That was so there is that. So anyway, all right. I'm gonna go ahead and open up the phone lines here, Jackpot, and you're welcome to call in, do whatever it is you need to do. 803-470-2905, 803-470-2905.
See, there's the number. There's the number, sir. So there it is. Write it down, please.
I mean, is someone really saying that their name is I'm That Guy is going to call up and
Apparently
run
so.
Okay.
Maybe this is him.
All right, let's go to the phones. Welcome to the program. Good evening.
Rob, it is not your lucky night, buddy.
Oh, I'm up, sir. How are you? We haven't heard from you because I heard a nasty rumor, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, that at night you go to bed at about 6:30 and that you wake up with the chickens and get your Geritol and maneuver throughout the day. And that's why we haven't really heard you on the program. Is that close to reality or far off?
I'm afraid you have me confused with Mr. Billy Cole, sir.
Oh, Billy is the one who does the Geritol. Sorry. I thought that you were going to bed early and you were trying to live a better life and everything else.
Yeah. Speaking of rumors, I heard that you and I'm That Guy spoon every night for the last 6 months. Is that true, sir?
Sorry. No. You're mistaken. That is, I Am That Guy is the spooning partner with Sancho, who was in the chat over there. So there's that. That's not me.
No, on a serious note, it is so nice to have some politically correct snowflake bullshit cunt calling this show and demanding shit that he has no clue about. He has not been around since. He's a soft, puffy little snowflake that needs to go to hell. Fuck you, Mr. I'm That Guy. Go find another show to troll, you piece of shit.
Well, look,
Rob,
I completely agree with you on that. If you haven't been here before and we have no clue who the fuck you are, like, look, I expect people like Sancho and Billy and I was gonna say Big Barney Ross, but no, his team's a shithole. From all over the place to come and mock me, and
that's not nice.
Oh, Big Barney Ross knows that he's a beacon of truth. But for someone that hasn't been here and we have no clue who it is, it's just kind of hollow. So you're right about that.
Yeah. And he the word guy should be nowhere in his title. Clearly, that is a Karen cunt female.
No,
that part. Let's all
agree
on that.
We're trying. I can agree with you, but we're using a different word here. The word for the year is going to be people like that are special eunuchs. What that means is that they have no balls, and it's the only time they call in is when something special on their end happens, like South Carolina losing.
And I'm glad you explained that for the Tennessee fans because they would never get that. But
they'd never get that. Google eunuch there, Tennessee fans. Go to the library and check it. Check out some internet stuff and Google the word eunuch.
As James E. Cornette says, it's a felch gargling blunder cunt.
we could go with that too. That's funny.
Whatever all that means.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. What else do you have for the show, sir? I know you got to go to bed, so go ahead and take your best shots, my friend.
You're right. So I just want to recap the season real quick, guys. Rob, what was Clemson's total record against the SEC this year?
Clemson finished 0-2.
Okay, 0-2. And now, when you played Carolina, that was one thing. But when you played Tennessee, the gimmick offense, you played their JV team, sir. How did that happen?
I don't sit here and make excuses. Tennessee was the better team that night. I think that Clemson's still the better program. Tennessee won that night, so congratulations to them. I know this is like a program defining thing for them. I mean, it's their biggest win since, I mean, this season they've had their 2 biggest wins since 1998, winning over Alabama at home and trying to get someone arrested on the sidelines for touching a girl, and of course winning over Clemson. So congratulations to them. I mean, they won. What do you want me to sit here and say? Oh, if this would have happened? No, they went out there and they put the screws to Clemson. And they showed some of the things that are wrong with Clemson, which we'll get into later on. Maybe not tonight, but later on. But there are some problems right now with Clemson on the offensive side of the ball, and it's not the offensive coordinator that people, which are what people are bitching about. So,
okay, so just to clarify, what you called the SEC least all summer, you're 0-2 against that same division, real quick.
Yes.
Okay, just getting that out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I do want to address something, and I think, Jackpot, that you can. I don't know. I know you got pissed off at Georgia and went on an epic rant, by the way. Which, if anybody's out there who has not seen his live stream from this past game, when he went nuts on the state of Georgia football program, and I'm saying this as a dog, that was one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my entire life.
I didn't catch that. Did he rip Georgia State and the Braves? If he ripped those two, then I know he was pissed.
Well, it was one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life.
That's funny.
But here's my point, and I want to address. I want to tie in Mr. Sea Dog, who is a Georgia Tech YouTuber. If anybody out there doesn't know, he's the guy who looks like Meatloaf, who actually pulls for the team in Atlanta, who has no chance in hell against any SEC team on earth. But we look. Here's who we are as Georgia fans. We guys who are my age, Jackpot's age, Uncle Lou's age, your age, Rob, we've seen Georgia under Ray Goff losing to, Southern Miss as an opener. We have paid our dues. We've been on the losing end of some terrible last-second games. And the minute that we finally get some retribution, we finally have some things go our way, the knives come out, and people accuse us of being bandwagon fans. And I want to talk to Sea Dog. You're 20. You're in your mid-20s. Guys like me suffered through Ray Goff, Jim Donnan, Steve Spurrier. I personally lived in Gainesville as a dog fan in the 90s. You know how fun that was for me? And then to hear you come on YouTube and then call every dog fan some Johnny-come-lately who knows nothing about suffering, you are out of your mind, sir. Look, with it being a new year, I want to, it's all about New Year's resolutions. Sir, Sea Dog, cut your hair, eat a salad, do some push-ups, and then pick a new team. Your little rant against Georgia, and I'm tying this into Jackpot's rant against Georgia too, you have no idea the pain we've gone through for years before we finally got here. And Rob, you pointed it out before we'd won that thing a couple years ago. You made fun of us. It's been 41 years. And in the same breath, everybody turns around. All of a sudden, Georgia's the big villain. We have suffered and suffered and suffered. And finally, when it's here, you call us out like we've done nothing. We haven't paid any dues. We have. We were South Carolina for a long time.
I remember when you're out there losing to UCF.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Under
Hey,
Mark Richt. Absolutely right.
Can I ask you a question before you go night? I know it's 4.5 hours past your bedtime. Are you at the point now where we can get you a Stetson Bennett tube top? Because the guy does nothing but win fucking games for you. I'm just wondering if you're at that now, or do we have to wait for him to win the national title, which you guys are favored by 13 points, for you to actually give this young man some respect? Because he may not have the dynamic arm of a Matt Stafford, but he may win 2 national titles that Matt Stafford never fucking sniffed. So I'm just wondering if you're going to finally give this guy some respect.
Rob, on that Stetson Bennett tube top thing, if I lose like 5 more pounds, I can wear the one your sister gave me.
Oh, well,
so
that's
there's no
great.
need to buy a new one.
That's fine. Make
What's
sure
that?
you wear the one with the sequins, sir.
Yeah, no, you know the one. You've seen it before.
Of course I have. Your mom gave it to me.
We don't care. We don't care.
Hey, on a serious note, Jackpot,
Sure.
let me ask you something, and I'm addressing Jackpot here. I know the bowl game was disappointing, and I hated that for you. just a question. If Beamer goes, if Beamer wins like 7 games next year, what are your feelings as far as giving him 1 more year, 2 more years? Where do you go from there? Because I'm up in the air as to where to land on this guy.
I honestly think, given the trajectory of the program before he got there, the Will Muschamp, I honestly think as long as this guy keeps producing winning records, he's safe, and there will be no talk of moving on from him. I mean, what he does in this coming year, this is going to be a pivotal year because we've lost a lot of players. They're going to have a lot of young players this year that we've recruited, and we're going to see how they get developed. If we can win a decent amount of games, maybe make it back to a bowl game again, I'll be happy because I think this year may be a bit of a letdown for some fans. I don't know. I don't know that Spencer Rattler is definitely coming back. I don't know the guy's coming back. I don't know if the wide receiver Wells is coming back either.
Just a ton of guys that may be in the portal or whatever, Jack. It's going to be kind of crazy. So, Pegan, do you have anything else for the program?
Yeah, as a Carolina, if I were a Carolina fan, I would have loved to see a top 10 recruiting finish. I think that's where he needs to make some noise. He needs to have a big splash in one of these recruiting classes. And I'm really, honestly, I know I'm a Dog fan, but Jackpot, man, I was there where you are for so many years, and I want to see you break through. I really do. I don't want to lose to you, obviously, but man, I when I watch your videos, I'm like, that was us for so many years. That's why I get so pissed off when I hear Rob or Sea Dog's dumbass talking about how Georgia fans would be nowhere around if we were 8-4, whatever. We were for years. Guys my age put up with it for so long.
Well, hold on.
And here
hold
comes
on.
You're talking shit.
No. I'm not talking about you and the actual true Georgia fans that are out there. You're telling me there's not bandwagon motherfuckers on your train right now? I go to Kroger and I see people wearing Georgia hats that I've never seen before. So, I mean, there are a shit ton of people that aren't you that are on that train of, hey, I've been a Georgia fan since 2019. It's those folks are the ones that I'm talking about.
Well, there's really no way to know unless you hear them speak.
Yeah, well,
no, but that's coming from a Tater fan who y'all did nothing for how long? What's Georgia's record against the Taters?
Yeah, most of those games were played before all of us were alive, but that's fine. Whatever it is you got to tell yourself, sir.
They weren't.
Yes, they were.
Your history's off, by the way.
Okay.
So when did Clemson get actually good and relevant? What year was that?
Clemson's won 10 games a year since like 2009, something like that.
2011.
Okay.
Whatever it is.
So there's no bandwagon Clemson fans, right?
There are bandwagon. See, you're missing
Black.
the point, sir. I'm saying that when I'm talking about the Georgia fans, I'm talking about the ones that are on the bandwagon, not necessarily you.
Yeah.
I was complimenting you being a beacon of hope for your team when they were the shits. And then you take and string this out. I really think being up this late has affected your brain, sir. So why don't you just tell us the record for Clemson against Georgia?
I'll tell you, Peg and Megan, where a lot of these Clemson fans, where the new ones have come from, especially South Carolina, especially the upstate of South Carolina, has been home to, at least in the past 15 or so years, with all the new manufacturing jobs and whatnot in this area and the low cost of living comparative to the economy. It's been an influx of a lot of people from out west, and especially up in the Northeast, and from Connecticut and Rhode Island and a lot of other states where they eat cream of wheat, as Uncle Lou says, and that type of stuff, have moved to South Carolina, and henceforth they had to adopt some kind of sports team because you ain't going to be flying a Yale flag on your front porch or a UConn flag. And whoever's good at the point in time they move here is who they decide to cheer for. And it's been Clemson since about 2014. Well, the 5 or 10 years prior to that, they were picking up Gamecock flags. We had a lot of bandwagon Gamecock people there for a while, and then it's like they all just kind of disappeared around 2015. And then you started seeing all this ugly orange pop up. So that's where you get a lot of these people, I'm afraid. Yeah, and they know nothing about football anyway, which makes it even doubly ignorant.
All right, sir. Well,
I totally agree. And you just described the majority of the Florida fan base, sir. In the 90s, there was a huge push down here from New York and New Jersey, and they loved the fun and gun. And then when Urban Meyer was here, there was another huge push as they were fleeing their broke, disgusting, cold, meth-ridden blue states. They all flocked down here, decided they loved the Florida Gators, to quote how they say it, which is totally wrong, by the way.
Right.
Yeah, that's where their fan base came from. And now that they suck, they're all deserting Florida, by the way.
I heard
That's
something
why they
about
suck.
Florida that made me kind of go, huh? Apparently, you can go through the university bookstore and still order an Aaron Hernandez jersey. If that's true, I haven't researched that, but someone sent me that. That says all you need to know about the Florida fan
I
base.
don't believe that.
It's just what somebody sent me. I don't know.
Zona Tucson 93 said there was an asshole in my old neighborhood in Tucson.
Thanks for calling, buddy. We appreciate it.
And some asshole in my old neighborhood in Tucson that fly the Yukon flag. That was Gino Oriema. That was his summer home.
So that guy that was over in the chat room, by the way, asking us to answer the phone. You have to understand, we only take one call at a time, sir. You're obviously.
Yeah, we don't have
welcome to the program. Good evening.
Hey guys, it's Justin. How y'all doing?
Hey, Justin.
Hey,
how are
what's
you?
up?
Doing good. Hey, Kel, I went to Jasper last Friday, man. Had a good time, but I hate we did not win, but it is what it is. Looking forward to next year. And it was a tough loss, but we got to suck up, you know.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's what it is. I mean, we won a bowl game or two in a row, and we've won a few games in a row. We had to come back down to earth sometime, I guess.
Oh yeah. Hey, how you doing, Wild?
Good, buddy. How are you?
Doing good. Hey, Wild. Before I go, man. Dabo Swinney, he's got to hit transfer because he enough's enough. He's got to go get some players out of transfer. Do you think it's time?
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about that, man, and we'll see where it goes. Now's the time to go out and pick the transfer portal. We'll see if he's going to do that or if he's just going to get token folks to say, hey, I got this guy, but it's a guy that's never going to play. So we'll see.
Well, Happy New Year to you guys.
Thank you, sir.
Happy New Year.
Appreciate you listening to the show. Justin listens and calls pretty much every show, so we appreciate that.
Yeah, I guess. Have a good one.
Thank you, buddy.
Yep.
I'm that guy says if we don't answer the phone, I will do something.
He's going to do something. We don't know what that is.
Big Bonnie Ross with a super chat. I thought Georgia would cakewalk to a natty. TCU looks like they're on a mission. You might be right, sir. Let's go to this call. Welcome to the program. Good evening.
Bob, what's happening, my good buddy?
Hi.
This is your dear fellow orange friend BBD calling in. I'm not calling in to gloat, so don't.
Sir, BVD, you don't have to use the phone, sir. You call me and I'll give you a damn link. You can come on live. Nothing but respect for you, sir. You don't have to use the phone. You know that.
I appreciate it. I'll call in like the common fan, even though I'm not the common fan. I'm like that last guy. I'm been around for a long time, and while you guys are talking about bandwagon fans, let me give you guys a prime example. Every fan base known to man, minus the Northeastern teams, have shitty bandwagon fans. 15, 20 years ago in the small town that I live in, Greenville, Tennessee, it's even way smaller than Greenville, South Carolina, there was nothing but Tennessee flags flying around here. Then once Alabama got good, of course, the Tennessee flags got put in the closet and everybody was flying Alabama flags. Well, now you still see a smattering of Bama flags, but now it's Georgia bumper stickers, Georgia flags, people hanging their Georgia shit that they just bought last week, you know, on their porches. And I've even seen some Ohio State stuff around here. Freaking Ohio State. Are you shitting me? There's literally nobody that lives in this town from Columbus, Ohio. And there's bandwagon fans everywhere you go. Now that Tennessee's good again, I don't know if they'll stay good again next year. Honestly, I'm just being what is uncommon, and that's an honest, unbiased Tennessee fan. I think honestly next year we could either have 4 losses or we could have 1 or 2 losses. We'll just have to wait and see. But I guarantee you, if I could drive, if I got out and drove around town right now, there would be thousands of Tennessee flags and shit back out on the front porch and all of that. So sadly, we have bandwagon fans everywhere.
Yeah.
And there doesn't seem to be much loyalty anymore. It's whoever's good, hook on and hitch up and ride that ass till they're no good no more.
Yeah.
So
Well,
I've always
to tell
had
you the truth,
respect for South Carolina fans because they've sucked forever, and their fan base has always been rabid. They've always been loyal. Clemson fans, I'm not so sure. You could speak better to that than I could, Rob. But Clemson's been, well, you guys know there used to be the term Clemsoning. We talked about that last week. And by the way, thanks both of you guys for coming on my show. Had a great time. You guys are welcome anytime.
Thank you, sir.
But yeah, I just wanted to get on here and talk a little bit about the bandwagon fans and not really gloat so much as just enjoy the fact that all the Georgia fans that said Tennessee was going to get road skull dragged or whatever term they used, and all the Clemson fans that said Tennessee was going to get skull dragged by Clemson. How's that working for you guys now? And I'll let you guys get to some other callers. Love you guys. Mean it. Everybody have a great 2023. And I hope everybody's team next year does well, unless they play my team.
Before you go, I was going to say, before that South Carolina Tennessee game or South Carolina Vanderbilt game that I was at in Nashville at the 1st of November, somewhere between Knoxville and Nashville, me and Jackpot Jr. stopped at a Mapco off of I-40.
Right.
And to get me a 12-pack of Miller Lite to drink while I was driving down the road.
Right.
But anyway, I saw several. It was busy in there, and there were several people in there with Ohio State shit on. And I'm like, well, what the hell is this? I'm like, we're out here in the middle of Tennessee. I was like, well, we're in that stuff.
Does not surprise me at all, Kale. We're obviously a smaller state, and we're kind of thin and spread out between a lot of different states. So, you can, especially in Southeast Tennessee, like Chattanooga, there's a lot of Georgia and Alabama fans down there, maybe even some Clemson fans. But up here in the Northeast corner of Tennessee, you used to see a lot of Virginia Tech shit. But now that they suck, that's all gone. I'm trying to think. You've never seen any Kentucky shit outside of basketball season. So yeah, we're subject to see anything around here.
You ever see any West Virginia shit?
Very rarely. Very rarely do I ever see any West Virginia shit around here. I've probably ran into maybe 2 people in my lifetime in my town that were West Virginia fans, and one of them was my stepdad when he came down here to pick up my mom back in the late 70s. So
I saw a West Virginia fan with her daughter out today while I was working a little bit this afternoon in a store. I told her to put her teeth back in.
Oh shit!
I'm having a kind of a hard time hearing you guys over the phone, but
that's all right. Hey, we appreciate you calling, sir. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. You guys, like I said, have a great 2023 and have a good one.
All right. BVD calling the program, which is the sanctioned Tennessee. It's the Tennessee YouTube channel that this show supports. So that one. Big Barney Ross with the super chat. I thought Georgia would cakewalk to a natty. TCU looks like they're on a mission. Wesley says, hello, Rob. Why don't you tell us how great Clemson is and how hard of a conference the ACC is? Never said the ACC was a great conference, but okay. Whatever it is you think that you're hearing, sir. Welcome to the program. Good evening.
Yeah. So it's Tristan Smith. What's going on, guys?
Hi,
What's
Tristan.
up,
How are you?
Tristan?
Well, I just wanted to call in to give Rob some shit because that's all he's been giving to Tennessee fans for fucking 6 years now, I guess.
I haven't been doing
However
it
long
for
he's
6
been on
years.
YouTube. I wanted to quote Rob in my call this evening.
Well,
I'm
first of
pretty
all,
sure
hold
back
on.
in.
Hey, Tristan, just for a second. Tristan has the right to
Yeah.
call and give me shit because Tristan has been with the show. I remember him commenting in like week 2. So he's been here all fucking season. So whatever it is you need to say, Tristan, get it out there.
I appreciate it, brother.
I have at it.
So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to quote what you said back to me after I said Clemson was dog shit and that Tennessee would dog walk Clemson. You said Clemson would demolish Tennessee and that there was no realm of possibility that Tennessee could compete with Tennessee or with Clemson on the field, right?
If
Now, I'm
if you're telling
paraphrasing a
me,
little bit,
if you're
but
telling me
you
that I
specifically
said
said
that,
that
then I
Tennessee
probably
would be
said that.
demolished by Clemson.
Sure. If you're telling me I said that, I probably said that. Go ahead.
Were you drinking Weller that night?
I mean, I drink Weller whenever I can, but I don't know if I was drinking Weller that night. But
Right, it's pretty
look,
expensive.
I
It's a nice drink.
it is a nice drink, and I'll say that whether I'm drinking Weller or ice water. So I'm consistent with what I said. So yeah, if you
So
told
let
me
me
I
ask
said
you.
that,
So
then
do you
I said
believe
it.
if Tennessee and Clemson were to play again, would Clemson beat Tennessee tomorrow?
Sure, still believe that. I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm not gonna sit here and say my team is shit, sir. I'm not gonna go and.
I mean, but they are though, right?
No, I don't think they're shit. They've won 10 games for like 12 years in a row. They're not a shit program, sir. It's not like 3 years ago they didn't win a damn game. It's not like they got blown out by Purdue in a damn bowl game. It's not like that.
Well, I don't remember Tennessee getting blown out either. I thought that game was stolen by the referees, but that's neither here nor there.
Okay.
The problem is there's a difference. You guys watch Uncle Lou. He calls in sometimes. There's a difference between a team and a program. Your program, you've been building it a while. Dabo's been there like 37,000 years. He's done a great job.
Tennessee,
he won 2 national championships. Can't take that away. However, Clemson has never and will never be on the level of Tennessee. It's never going to happen.
Okay. You know what? I completely agree with you. We will not be the most sanctioned program in our conference, so we will not be there with you on that. I completely agree with you.
What the fuck?
I'm agreeing with you. What are you talking about?
That's the Weller talking. It's got to be the Weller talking. Listen, Tennessee is better than Clemson. Shit, in 2016, Tennessee would have beat Clemson. You're telling me Josh Dobbs would not beat Trevor Lawrence?
Are you out of your fucking mind?
Trevor Lawrence didn't come around for 2 years after that.
Are you out of your mind?
That was when the pedophile was.
Trevor Lawrence is a worse quarterback than Joshua Dobbs.
Okay.
Whatever. If Josh Heupel was coach in 2016, Clemson doesn't win a national championship.
Okay.
Okay, we're acting silly now.
Look, I was going to give you your opportunity to just spew whatever you wanted because you have been here all season, but now you're starting to say
I'll be here for seasons remaining.
Well, that's
but the only reason
Clemson
Clemson got Tennessee's recruits is because Butch Jones is a sack of mango pulp that's worthless, right?
Okay, well, listen, I'm trying to help you, sir. Since you won the game, what was it, a couple days ago? I'm trying to help you. Here's what you need to do. Just say, Rob,
all right,
we won the Orange Bowl.
Tell me what I need to do, Rob.
Here, just repeat after me. Rob, we won the Orange Bowl 31-14. Shut your mouth, and I'm leaving. And then just hang up. And then you've won the call. What the hell am I going to say to you?
Rob, we won the Orange Bowl 31-14. Shut your mouth. Okay, I'm leaving.
Thank you. Great call. Absolutely great call. Thank you, Tristan, for calling the program. Ladies and gentlemen, that's how you run hardcore smack there, just like that.
Jerry Wells says, Rod and Jackpot, do you guys still do the show in the off season? Yes, we do. Twice a week.
Yep.
Sometimes we struggle to find things to talk about, but we always do.
We get it. Welcome to the program. Good evening.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? This is Sancho.
Sancho, how are you? I
Well-
don't think you've ever called the program, but welcome to the program, sir.
He has.
I've
Okay, if you
called
have, I
before.
forgot. So go ahead.
So, I was just wondering,
Sure.
did you watch the Orange Bowl?
Yes.
What was the score? I didn't get to see
Oh, well, if you didn't get to see it, then you're not a true fan, and I'm not going to tell you anything.
it. Well, man, could you imagine what that score would have been if Tennessee had their freaking first stringers in?
Okay.
They would have whooped Clemson's ass and then
Sure.
whooped it again for leaving streaks on the floor after they wiped them with it.
Okay.
But I just wanted to call and give you a little bit of shit
Sure.
because I've been hearing it all year.
Look, and
all last year.
I completely deserve it for the things that I said, and I'm here to take it. Okay, but I'm not going to sit here and say that Tennessee's a better program than Clemson. If you're gonna go
well,
down
you-
that route,
well,
I'm not going
obviously
that
you
way.
you thought that Clemson was going to beat Tennessee's ass
I
anyway.
did.
I mean, so
Absolutely.
you,
did.
obviously you don't know what the hell you're talking about. But hey,
Obviously,
it's
I
all
do.
good, man. It's all good, dude. I just wanted to call and give you a little bit of hell,
Well, I
and I
appreciate
hope
that.
everybody and y'all please answer that freaking guy's call so he'll shut the hell up in the comment section. Holy shit!
I've been waiting on him to call, man, but I appreciate
He
it.
probably ain't gonna call, but I want to laugh. So if he does, answer that shit.
I don't know what his number is, but I'll be happy to answer the call. So there you go.
All right, I'm gonna get off here and let somebody else give you some help.
All right,
I'll see
thank you,
y'all.
sir. Appreciate it. Apparently, I'm that guy who I don't think is a real person, has pissed off everyone in the chat where Bulldog 1776 says, I'm that guy, drop your balls and call in. Okay, then.
What did Dennis Wilson say in the chat?
Dennis Wilson, who dresses like a leprechaun, says, I'm getting a chubby. Thank you,
That's
sir.
disturbing.
That is disturbing, but hey, what do you got? Let's go back out to the phones. Welcome to the program. Good evening.
What's up? This is Dr. Ball.
Hey, Dr. Vol, how are you, sir?
I'm doing great, man.
Hey, Dr. Vol, quick question
Got
for
that
you. Are
Big
you
orange
hold
book.
on,
So we
sir,
tried to tell you. We
Sir.
tried to tell you what would
Sir.
happen, didn't we?
sir?
Huh?
Before
You know, I've been telling you for months what would happen,
Sir.
that we would beat the fuck out of y'all if we played you, and
Sir.
all I heard was all this hot garbage coming out of your mouth,
sir,
talking bad about Tennessee.
Sir.
Tennessee is a rinky-dink.
sir,
Tennessee
Yes.
has got a gimmick offense.
It
Oh,
is a gimmick
Tennessee
offense.
this. We had a second string fucking Joe Milton in there and beat you fucking by 20, dog.
sure. All right, can you answer my question before
We beat
you
the fuck out of you,
spew some
didn't
stuff
we?
here?
I bet you
Sir.
feel real fucking
All right,
smart now, don't you?
I'm just
The
gonna let you
doctor,
talk.
is in here giving a
Always
consultation.
be home sweet home to me. Good old Rocky Top. Woo! Rocky Top, Tennessee.
This is a giant cock.
Thank you for calling the show, sir. I don't even know where to go from there. Phenemize, thank you for the super chat. How many Clemson fans were out there talking smack with the team we had this season? Look, I thought Clemson was going to beat them. I still think it's a gimmick offense, and I'm not the only one that thinks that. So there's that. Anyway, welcome. You're welcome to call in 803-470-2905. We're waiting for I'm That Guy, who was
Five-star
promised he's
singer.
going to call in. Keith says, I'm glad tonight is a rag on Clemson night and not a rag on Carolina night. We don't really rip the Gamecocks here that much. I don't know about all that. Anyway. So the phone line is open for I'm That Guy, who probably won't call. I doubt that he's going to call. So we'll see that. I was asking Dr. Vol if he was I'm That Guy, because we're the guy's on a milk carton. He's over in the chat, but apparently he's not joining us here. I don't know what's going on with that. Anyway, 803-470-2905, 803-470-2905. If you would like to join the show,
I'm
Jordan,
that guy's full name is I'm that guy who sucks dick behind Arby's. No, he's not ashamed to suck dick. He sucks dick in the drive-through at Checkers.
and the drive-through at Checkers. All right. Here we go. This is from an unknown call. This is probably him.
Maybe.
Welcome to the program. Good evening.
Hello, do you see my number?
No, I do not see your number.
I'm gonna tell you something.
What? What did he say? I didn't hear what he said.
What? I don't know.
Yeah, hang up the phone. That's what you should do.
5-star dummy.
Anyway.
Well, that was really anticlimactic, if that's who that was.
I don't know who I'm that guy is. Maybe Billy apparently knows everything. Maybe Billy can help us. I don't know.
I'm one says Christmas jackpot. Christmas jackpot. Oh Lord, I forgot to change my handle. What do you think of UGA? He says, UGA is good.
Yeah,
it took a lot of balls to come back last night.
Let's go out to the phone.
Hey,
again.
boys, how y'all doing tonight?
Hi, are you? I'm that guy.
No, I'm not. I'm not that guy. I'm a Tennessee fan. Fuck that
Sure.
guy. He's a
Fuck
piece of
that
shit.
guy. There
Fuck
you go.
Georgia.
All right.
I just want to get on here and tell you, man. I mean, it's just balls by 50. I don't care. Your mama's left titty. I don't give a fuck. All right, you understand? Go balls, baby.
I what the fuck?
Wow.
I mean, whatever. 803-470-2905. Another call from an unknown number. Let's see who this is. Welcome to the program. Good evening. Hello.
You a shit talker.
Okay. Do you have something viable for the program, or are you just sitting there jerking off to a National Geographic from the 70s?
You think you can just talk to me like that?
Yes,
don't know
I
who you
can.
are.
Yes, I can. Do you know why I can? Because there's two people on the program that can do that. That's the name on the marquee. Myself and the gentleman sitting next to me here.
But you gonna talk about a rapping dad, and you drunk, and I don't know what you talking about.
Does your mother know that you're calling this program?
What?
Because we generally don't accept calls from minors, sir. Why don't you get your father to call the program? We'll talk with him, or your mom. Either way, we're not sexist here. One of your parents.
It sounds like an opossum.
Yeah, feel free to call us if I don't want to talk to a kid though.
Shut the fuck up.
So you're using voice simulator. Very good. All right. Anyway, anything else there?
Shut the fuck up.
Okay, let me help you out. Make sure you stay in school and make good grades. All right, there you go. There's
Jerry Wells said his parents met at a T. Graham Brown concert.
Wait, what? All right, let's go back out to the phones. Lots of calls tonight, Jackpot. Welcome to the program. Good evening.
What's going on?
Sir, are you I'm that guy?
No, I'm Stetson Bennett the fourth.
Hello, Stetson Fourth. How are you?
I'm the Georgia fan, but Carolina Jaguar fan.
Okay.
Great game last night.
I just wanted I just want to get onto that just for like something to talk about besides Clemson. Does it seem like the media is giving like Ohio State too much credit? I mean, did they watch the game? I mean, they choked it. I mean, it blows me away. They're giving too much credit. I mean, even though they were big underdogs, but I mean, they had that game won. I mean, there's a lot of plays that could have went different ways, and if it went their way, they would have definitely beat us. But I'm just glad Georgia ended up with a little bit of luck this time. You know,
well,
we usually blow these type of games.
I can explain to you why Ohio State is getting so much credit, and it's a synopsis is very. The synopsis on that is a lot of these folks went to these sports writers and TV folks. They went to either Syracuse or they went to Northwestern to go to their journalism school. Go and look this up. And a lot of them that went to Northwestern, the Syracuse folks will run their mouth about basketball because they're a basketball school. The Northwestern folks, they play in the Big Ten. So they remember when they went to school in the 90s and Michigan and Ohio State were ramrodding them and winning 63-4 and stuff like that. And that's what they still think now. And so they have to put that narrative out there to validate their conference, that the Big Ten is the most outstanding conference ever and nobody has a shot to win, because that's what they grew up with. So that's why you hear a lot of Big Ten apologists out there. It's because a lot of the folks that write went to Northwestern and they have a hard on for the Big Ten. So that's why.
That sounds about right. I got one more thing for the show.
Sure.
I mean, Georgia's like seeing like a 13-point favorite of TCU. I think we're gonna blow this team out. I mean, seriously. I know people are gonna probably think that's crazy or something, but we're not Michigan. We're not Michigan. We got the talent. We can. They can't. This is nothing. I don't see it.
All right. Buddy.
I personally think that's too many points.
Calling the show, buddy. We'll talk to you later on. All right?
They're on some kind of mission. They might not win, but they're gonna give them a hell of a game.
Welcome to the program. Good evening.
Hey Rob, how's it going?
Hi, are you on that guy?
No, this is Jacob Watson.
Oh, hello, Jacob Watson. What would you like? What do you have for the program this evening, sir?
Well, I just want to ask a question. Which game did you think was better, the Georgia-Ohio State game or the Georgia-Oklahoma game?
The Georgia what? Ohio State game or the what now?
Georgia-Oklahoma game.
I like the Georgia-Oklahoma game better because I actually was awake for all of it.
Okay, then.
Yeah.
Not that the game was boring. I don't know why, but I was just tired yesterday, and I fell asleep in the first quarter, and I woke up in the fourth quarter. So by default, the Georgia-Oklahoma Rose Bowl in 2017 was better than that.
Oh, okay. That's where he's going. I'm sorry. All right, I got you. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yesterday's game was crazy. I mean, especially, we were down 14, but, it's similar to the Oklahoma game. We came back but, when he missed that field goal, I was just like, wow. But, I don't want to take up too much time. That was my question.
Thank you, buddy. You have a good night, all right?
All right. See y'all. Go Dogs.
All right. 803-470-2905, 803-470-2905.
Bulldog 1776 says our kicker tried to fuck us. Jackpot Leslie, did he miss the field goal or something?
Yeah. Let's see here.
Normally he's pretty automatic.
Yeah, Todd says looking for that guy is like looking for Waldo. Very good.
That was him that called in a while ago. He already said it was him.
Oh, I didn't know it was him. That was the one that
was him. That was what we were all waiting on. I haven't seen such a anticlimactic ending since I don't know what. That was very disappointing. Very.
Okay then.
Thought he was going to call in here and verbally eviscerate me.
Oh, look, if you would like to call back, sir, I'll turn my microphone off.
That was the wettest of wet farts. No, please. No more of that. No more. Don't need any more time wasted.
Yeah. All right. 803-470-2905. 803-470-2905. As we roll along here this evening. Georgia's a 13.5-point favorite over TCU. We'll see how that works out.
That's too many points. Yeah, I'm not talking trash. I think TCU is I don't know. They're on a mission. They are on a mission. They might not win, but they're going to test Georgia. Really are.
Virtual Jackpot had some comments about, if I can find them. I don't know where I got to rework my Virtual Jackpot board because some of this stuff is funny. Let's see here. Welcome to the program. Good evening.
Hey, Rob, what's going on, man?
Hi, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing fine, man. I just wanted to say I've been a long time listener of the show.
Sure.
Love you. Love Jackpot. Much better than the ignorant Russian you used to have on the show.
That would be Comrade Debreski, who is I hear he's running a gulag in Siberia right now. That's what I hear.
He's actually Lithuanian.
But anyway, I just want to say that anyone who expected that Clemson was going to be any more than they were this year were kind of fooling themselves.
Right.
I mean, they were what they were, and just kind of tired of hearing the hate here, man. Everybody's saying that we were pompous and we were, overconfident, but they were what they were, and the season is what it is.
All right, man. Hey, we appreciate you calling, man. Thank you so much. Thanks for supporting the show.
Hey, man. Appreciate you too.
All right, there you go. We found two people that support the Comrade. Hunter Slay says Comrade was the man. Fuck that caller. Brock says he misses the Comrade. I mean, do you need to call him up and see if you guys can take warm showers at 3 a.m? We might be able to work that out.
The Comrade. I like the Comrade. So
yeah, the Comrade.
That was I laughed because that was just so shocking. Like it came out of nowhere. Kind of like a foul ball. You didn't expect to come whizzing by your head when you wasn't paying attention.
The biggest fan of the Comrade is the Comrade. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right. So Lisa misses the Comrade too. All right. 803-470-2905. Jay says Comrade is a gimmick like Tennessee. Holy shit.
Cassidy Johnson said they didn't think Bobby Durkins did any trash talking. He was over there after South Carolina lost to Notre Dame doing one of his goofy videos where he laughing like, I don't know, little gay boy. And it was just dumb. I mean, it just making sense. It's dumb. Like how can you laugh at somebody for losing by 7 to a team that meets you by many multiples of that? Makes no sense. So anyway, I guess we
bless his heart.
We earned that.
Hunter Slay says Comrade had his funny Yeah, he did. He did. My favorite Comrade comment was Jake Bentley would be drafted higher than Deshaun Watson. That was probably the Comrade comment of the millennium. So there's that. All right.
Yeah, that really happened.
803-470-2905. 803-470-2905.
Well, it's because he got hurt. That kind of sidetracked him there his last year. If he hadn't gotten hurt, I don't know what might have happened. Because you do remember the summer before that. He was hitting golf carts with footballs and that. So
that's the most important thing is hitting a golf cart with your football.
Well, that's what he was doing.
Sure. All right, 803-470-2905. As we're rolling along here. Biscuit's got a good point. Weird New Year's Day bowl with no bowl games. That's true. Tristan wants to know why Shane Beamer is such a petulant child. Thanks for the super chat.
I don't know. Why is Josh Hopkins such a fat fuck?
Oh my God.
He's not a petulant child, just like Josh Hopkins not a fat fuck. So that doesn't make any sense. It's not a petulant child. Just a regular one.
I'm that guy says I keep trying to type in my number, but it won't go through.
Don't give that. Some people just look for attention, and
I don't get.
And our problem is we usually give it to them.
Yeah. Well, I thought he was calling up to bitch at you about your stream. I was like,
well, he said he was, but it didn't happen there. Hunter said he's fat because he's on Jackpot's diet. There you go.
Damn it. 803-470-2905. If you would like to join.
Shane Beamer cost a moment in that game with that unsportsmanlike penalty. Yeah, that was pretty dumb. But he had a right to be angry, had a right to be upset. But you can't lose it like that and get another 15 yards. Talk nailed on top of that. was already a crappy call, a blindside block or whatever.
Peg and Megan with the comment there that says much love to Robin for doing a show tonight. Holy shit. I thought we weren't doing a show because it's New Year's, but all right.
On call on Dak Joyner of all people for a blindside block. Kind of crazy.
For the record, in my opinion, I mean, I know that there's it's such a gray area with that rule, but and once again, I don't officiate college football, but I watch a lot of it. And in my opinion, if you hit somebody in their front numbers, I don't understand how that's a blindside block. You're not hitting them on the blind side. You're hitting them in their front, in their chest. It didn't really make much sense to me, but I don't get to make the calls. The refs do. I think the way Shane Beamer handled it, maybe he was trying to do, I don't know, what Bobby Knight used to do, where Bobby Knight would get pissed off and hope to rally the team and shit like that. Maybe, his guys see that, Shane Beamer cares, and maybe that's the route he was going.
Well, Bobby Knight picked chairs up and threw them across the court, so there was no chairs to throw at the Gator Bowl. So I don't know what he was going to throw. A big water cooler.
I don't know.
Do you remember that when he did that? Did you ever see that?
I did see that.
He just chucked it across the court. I mean, that thing just spun and it just magically stopped like inches short of the people sitting there at courtside. It was really a work of art.
Yeah, he's done that several times before. It's like shooting free throws. I mean, he knows how to do that. I mean, seriously. No disrespect to Coach Knight, who probably watches the program. I don't want Coach Knight yelling at me. Oh, my God. Anyway, maybe that's where Shane Beamer was going. It looked bad. It wasn't as bad as what Sarkisian got caught doing. If you follow me on Twitter, I retweeted where Sarkisian was standing there, and they at the entrance ramp when they're bringing guys in for the bowl or whatever, and there's a TV guy that's trying to tell them, hey, hold on just a second, we got to get this TV shot, which is part of the deal. And Sarkisian told him, you could hear him say, fuck you, motherfucker, don't you fucking ever touch me. He's saying this to some poor guy that's probably 1 year out of college out there trying to do his job for the bowl game.
He's probably drunk when he said it.
He probably did. Peg and Megan, appreciate the super chat, sir. So thank you for that. Holy shit with all that. Anyway, 803-470-2905, 803-470-2905. He did have one other comment saying that all BS aside, you two make football season so much better. Well, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Anyway, all right.
Chubb.
Yeah. Final call for calls 803-470-2905, 803-470-2905. Yak Craval says Sark went from O to asshole in an instant. Yeah, that's
that wasn't
true.
A very long trip.
And then he went back. I mean, it's like he got his asshole stuff came up and then it went right back down. So
he looks like a cocksucker.
Yeah, he probably does. All right, here we go. Welcome to the program. Good evening.
This is Billy. Why y'all end the show with 142 people watching?
Because we've been going at it for an hour and 9 minutes, and we were losing calls. And I mean, did you want to? Is there something you would like to add to keep the show going, sir? Honestly, I thought that the nursing.
I don't know what to say. I'm going to take the high road and let you go on the Clemson game because that's just me.
Yeah. Does the nursing home turn off your internet at 10 o'clock, sir?
Well, they rent out the laptops hourly, so I've got another hour, and y'all are ending the show way too early.
I mean, it's not, it's
so
okay. Your opinion is noted, sir.
Well, Megan sucking up to y'all.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wanted to call in since you gave Tennessee so much grief the past 6 months. I mean, you need to go back and look at it and just ask yourself, is that right? I'm just
respectfully, sir. Have you watched the entire program?
Oh, sure.
Okay, I said that Tennessee
But
won
you
the game.
always give a
Congratulations to them.
compliment with a little pissy comment that follows
All right,
it.
let me make sure that I do this so that you can hear it. Okay, Tennessee won
Okay.
Tennessee won the game. Congratulations to them. There you go.
Well, thank you. Thank you. And if you've seen before the show, I was trying to calm all the Tennessee delusional people down. Just calm down. Just calm down.
I'm
Bowl
not
games
worried.
don't matter.
I'm not
Bowl
worried
games
about.
don't matter.
They don't. In reality, they don't. You know that as well as I do. If you really stop and think
I'm
about
with
it,
you. I'm with you.
with the current situation that college football is in, where you go into a bowl game and you don't know who's playing and who's not, it's really
Exactly.
And I said this before when the game was announced. I don't know who's going to be out there for Clemson. I don't know who's going to be out there for Tennessee. Now, would I love to see a matchup where Tennessee has Hooker and the wide receivers and Clemson has Miles Murphy and those guys that opted out for Clemson too? Yeah, I'd love to see that. Love to see that. That would be the game to watch. But hey, you roll with what you got. Tennessee went out and they beat the crap out of Clemson. They beat them bad.
So all these substitutes on both sides of the line, just like Tennessee's team, second teamers will be first teamers in August, won't they?
And respectfully, if they don't transfer after the spring game, because that could happen
they're
too.
not transferring.
You don't think people are going to transfer after the spring game? I bet Clemson will have at least one, and Tennessee will have one too.
Nah, it'll be some unknown person.
People are going to leave. It's going to happen.
But I do want to touch on something really, and this is for the Georgia fans. If the Ohio State-Georgia game is never an example of why the Heisman should not be given out till after all the games are played, last night's game was because Stetson Heisman got robbed of the Heisman this year. Stetson Bennett did.
So you think Bennett should win the Heisman? There's a lot of Georgia fans that don't like him at all. But
I think he should have. That's why I'm saying they shouldn't give that award out till after all the bowl games are done.
Cool. I mean, hey, that's the thing, man.
He's got a natty in his back pocket. Looks like he might be winning another, and he put this team on his back last night. They should wait till after all the games are done and then award that. But that's just me.
They should wait till after all that's done and do the voting on it. I agree. Because what is it, Rob? I mean, when are they voting for that stuff? That's pretty much being done around week 7.
Yeah, you can get the Heisman Trophy ballots go out in, I think it's week 7 or 8. Jackpot's correct on that, and you get your ballot right. And my buddy Kevin McCreary actually had a Heisman ballot. So you get your ballot like week 8, and then all of a sudden you can send in your ballot then if you choose to. I mean, seriously, after week 8, you can send your ballot in. If you've already determined who you're voting for, you can do it after week 8 and send your ballot in, and it counts.
That's way too early.
Well, and you also, here's the other thing. You have to have your ballot in the week before rivalry week. So it's like the Monday before rivalry week, if I remember correctly. So your rivalry week matchup doesn't matter.
So the biggest week where everybody has to step up doesn't even matter. In terms
of the Heisman voting, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
They're going to turn that all in, and you're good to go.
So you don't have time to expose
you're missing my point. I'm saying that it shouldn't be awarded till after all the games are played.
No, we agree, sir. I think you're misunderstanding what I'm saying here. I completely agree with you. Okay, I'm just saying that there are people that turn in their Heisman ballot, and a lot of them are just folks that say, you know what, I'm a Heisman voter. If you follow someone on Twitter and they have Heisman voter in their Twitter bio, stop following them, because they're probably the same people who vote in week 8 and don't really know much about the game of football.
Everybody thinks I'm Uncle Lou. I am not Uncle Lou.
No, he's not Uncle Lou. It's old man Billy.
When Caleb Williams painted "fuck Utah" on his fingernails,
thank you, sir,
and wore it in a football game, that let me know all I need to know about his character. He's a douche.
He definitely is a douche.
Douche of the week.
Douche of the year.
Yeah, Yeah.
Jackpot, and maybe not this Wednesday, but maybe next Sunday. That way we have a week to think about it. We should do the show awards. I don't know what we're going to call them, but we should have our own version of who we think is the best player, who we think is the biggest douche, which Caleb Williams up there with painting that on his fingers is definitely in the mix. Yeah, we might do that. That might be fun. Yeah, so let's take this call really quick before we get out of here. Welcome to the program. Good evening.
Hey, it's Big Barney Ross. I got a question for you, and I'll get off here and listen to your response. Now, last year, Screech won the national championship for Georgia. They wanted him fired, gone immediately.
Right.
What do you think they're going to do to this kid this year if he wins another one? I mean, a spray paint his dog. I mean, what kind of vile things do you think they got cooked up for him this year if he could, win back to back? I'll get off here and listen to your response.
Yeah, good point, Big Barney Ross.
I think they definitely put a cherry bomb in his mailbox. Maybe spray, maybe key his car.
How about spike his Gatorade with X-Lax? They might do that too.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah. I don't know. So there's that. All right. Thanks to Bow Hunting. I'm trying to thank people that have been here throughout the season. Motivated Dedicated has been here. Same thing for Bow Hunting, Biscuit, Kirby's Visor, B-Bean. Who else? Jacob Watson's been here throughout the year.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, there's tons of folks. Caden's been
Brock
here.
Lee.
Big Barney Ross, as I said, big time show supporter. Also, Brock Lee. Yeah. I mean, I know it sounds silly, but yeah, Lisa watches every damn show. She was watching back when it was in the Comrade days. So, but yeah, I mean, and I think I speak for Kale when I say this. We do appreciate y'all. The fact that you guys show up and talk sports with us every week, twice a week, it's pretty cool. So thank you guys for that. So there's that.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Am I right with that, Jackpot? I don't want to speak for you too much.
Oh, without question. We couldn't do it without viewers.
Yeah, I mean, if we didn't have viewers, we would just sit here talking to ourselves.
And at that point, you might as well make it a phone call.
Yeah, I'll just call Jackpot and bitch, and then he'll call me and bitch, and then we'll go from there. Tristan says, what are y'all going to do in the off season this year? Brother, look, if you're here tonight, we do the show year round, Sunday and Wednesday. We do it year round. We talk football all the time, but I mean, we do everything from talking. I mean, we don't talk a lot of baseball. We talk basketball. We talk about the transfer. I mean, there's so much shit that we get into on this program. I mean,
with the transfer portal and NIL and coaches seemingly doing dumb things or saying dumb things all the time. I mean, we're never going to run out of content to talk about, and we never will.
Yeah, Harry Lake says we talk about food. Yeah, we can get into that. There's all kind of stuff, man. We can get into all of that. Someone wants.
I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna tell you something about some food. Don't you ever, and I mean ever. I did this Friday evening. Made the mistake. Don't ever get a pizza like one that's not been cooked, or the kind that not the frozen kind, but they have the fresh kind, like wrapped up in the cellophane and that you can cook at home. Don't ever get one of those from Circle K.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Circle K.
Jackpot there.
I got one the other night, man, and I was only able to eat like 2 pieces of that thing alone, and I tossed the rest of it in the garbage can, and that sucker made me sick. It really did. And now, I mean, I drank 14 beers before I cooked and ate that part of the pizza, so that might have been what made me sick, but I don't think it was. I think it was just Circle K pizza. Ugh.
What is it? Dogs JC says that he's been here all year. Okay, and I can't remember everybody. I mean, Jay's been here all year. Kirby's Visor, tons of y'all. Nature Boy's been here. So yeah,
the Nature Boy. Woo!
thanks for the super chat. He says, thanks for the fun in 2022. Happy New Year. Go Gamecocks. Look, you guys don't need to check out. I mean, we do content all year. So I know that there's a lot of folks that are just like, I just like football. Look, we talk football stuff. I mean, seriously, we're gonna have stuff that we're gonna put out there, and I mean, we're gonna have fun regardless. So Venomized says, "Holy shit, you bought a pizza from a gas station, sir. We don't judge here."
Yeah,
Come on,
it
man.
was gross too. So I'm
Yeah.
saying, don't ever eat that ever. It's not good. Walmart's had pizza like that, like the fresh pizza before, and it was okay. But yeah, Circle K, not so much. Yeah, not so much. They should be ashamed of themselves.
Fletch Diggity Dog says he's here for the women's college basketball content. Okay.
He said Billy says drizzle olive oil on frozen pizza. So that one I got tasted like it had some motor oil drizzled on it. It was nasty. Tristan Smith says Weigel's pizza and Casey's pizza are the shit. QT guy, I never ate from Weigel's, but I'll trust you on that.
Big Barney Ross says we're gonna make fun of Kentucky basketball. Stay tuned in. Yeah, we definitely are. I mean, I love picking at John Calipari, that cheating fuck.
You know what Weigel's is, Rob?
No, sir, I don't.
The convenience store in Tennessee.
Mm.
So is Mapco. Somebody asked me that a while ago too. Mapco's a convenience store in Tennessee, but they really don't have much. I mean, it's really not much more than just like a regular, like, small gas station. Like, they don't have a lot of stuff like QT and like the stuff they have and that.
Yeah. All right, Jackpot. Well, do you have anything else you'd like to go over this evening?
No, I don't. Just thanking everyone for a great 2022 regular season and bowl season. We got a college football national championship coming up, and that's next Monday night, correct?
Yes, sir. Next Monday night, the national championship game between Georgia and TCU. Georgia's a 13.5-point favorite. Bowl games tomorrow. You got the Rose Bowl. Mississippi State's playing tomorrow. LSU's playing tomorrow. I can't remember all the other games. I think there's like 5 games. So
I think Mississippi State will win by a lot. I was thinking that Purdue would maybe have a chance against LSU, but they've lost. I mean, they've had a ton of people quit on their team, so I kind of doubt that. What do you think? What's your thoughts on Utah and Penn State? I kind of think Utah might get this Rose Bowl.
I kind of do too, because I don't think they had a lot of opt-outs, and I don't like James Franklin. Maybe it's just me. I don't know.
I don't either. I just I wish Penn State would move on from that experiment. I don't think it's not a fit.
Not a fit at all. You're right about that. But yeah, we'll have time to preview that game with Georgia and TCU. I'm going to look at the stats. That TCU quarterback, I mean, he's the only problem that young man's got is that he's got chafing on his nutsack, because that's how big his balls are. That guy will take ass linebacker.
Dugout.
Yeah. Billy says Rob's a racist. What did I say that was racist? I don't know. I think that's something that I assure you I'm not. Then again, if people say I'm not a racist, they probably are a racist.
Isn't that his name? Max Dugout?
Yeah.
Giving up the nappy dugout.
Diego wants to know what color jerseys the refs will what color Georgia jerseys the refs will sell. Okay.
Huh?
He asked what color jersey the Georgia refs will wear. What color Georgia jerseys will the refs wear?
These two teams, the last time they met, they actually hooked it up at the end of the 2016 season in the AutoZone Liberty Bowl, which was won by UGA 31-23. Last time before that, they actually played in Athens back in 1988. Georgia won 38-10. And then they played in the 1980 season, the Herschel Walker freshman season. UGA won in Athens 34-3. And then the only previous meeting was the 1942 Orange Bowl. Back on New Year's Day, 1942, Miami won 40-20, or Georgia won 40-26 in Miami. So,
yeah,
not a lot of success there for old TCU versus the leg humpers.
One thing we can say about TCU is that, man, they like to stomp some Texas ass. I mean, they own Texas from what I've gathered. So
Georgia Bulldog Will says, Jackpot, how good is South Carolina baseball? I think I saw something. I think preseason, I think they're ranked about 50th in the country. So
Beth says
I
she
don't
was at
expect
the
much from them.
game in Athens. Yeah, there you go. We'll see how that works out. And of course, yeah, you guys don't check out because we put football content out there all the time. I really want to do our football awards for the season. We got to come up with a catchy name for those, but we're definitely going to do that and all kinds of other things here on the show. So once again, thank you guys for checking us out. Jackpot, I think it's time to go to bed.
I think it is about time to go to bed. I got to get up at 4. So,
all right. You guys have a great night, and we'll see you later on.